Yes. Even though he was still being petty at the end. Amen. Even though he still pet a pen of grass. Y'all. Brother Wayne, he did that. I mean, not Brother Wayne. Tamara, Honey the Pot, Honey No Pots. Baby, Honey No Pot said everything every woman ever wants to tell Wayne in life. Honey No Pots, I don't care how much he joked at the end, baby. She read him from the rooter to the tutor. And you know, he got up and he went and looked at his little awards and stuff. I'm telling y'all, Jarvis is about to be Wayne's karma. Not because Jarvis got more money. Not because Honey Pot the prize, which I think she is. Ain't nobody perfect though. But baby, when the petty games start, Jarvis gonna be right there with him. And it's gonna be petty for petty. It's gonna be like a tennis match. Petty. Pow, there go Wayne. Here goes Jarvis with the right hand. Pow. Here comes Honey Pot. Pow. Here goes Wayne with the two-handed. Pow, pow, pow. Let the petty games begin. I would say, amen, Honey Pot finna go shake this off. She gonna stay on this podcast and she gonna make everybody go get in their feelings. Lauren thinks she done won. She thinks she got the prize. Denisha thinks she won. She thinks she got the prize. And I'm sorry, y'all, for the Amber level 3 people. Amber thinks she done won. She got the prize. Oh, my man is good, baby. My man got giraffes in his backyard, so I'm not worried about Wayne in this house and all this type of stuff. Or Anthony and Denisha. I'm not worried about none of them because I got the prize. And the prize been given to everybody. Everybody got the prize over there. Realtor done had the prize. Melissa done had the prize. Evelyn done had the prize. And there's probably going to be some more surprises over there at Good Energy Estates. Everybody thinking they done won. And Honey Pot and Shayla has lost. The tables finna turn or get turned over. Amen. Let me say that again. The tables is go turn and possibly about to get turned over. Amen. I'm telling you what I know, y'all. I'm telling you what I know. But kudos to Honey No Pots. Baby, Honey No Pots. Baby, she did that. She read him. I don't care if he made jokes out of it at the end or whatever. She said what had to be said. Exactly. Jeff says Honey Pot is the only person who hasn't done anything to deserve karma. Let me see, has you? Not nothing I can think of off the top of my head. You might be on to something. I just always said that Honey Pot slept with him too soon. She slept with him too soon for me. Yes, R.D. Walk said America told her like it was. Now she sees Wayne for who she is. Yes, baby, she read him, I'm telling, from the rooter to the tutor. Jeff said when you got a mansion, that wait ain't that long. Now when you spend $50,000 on the date, the wait ain't that long. Amen. I'm telling y'all, it's finna go down. It is about to go down. It's about to go down, y'all. And Auntie will be giving footage until a new skit come out, and then we on Auntie Live. I'm telling y'all now, baby. As soon as the new skit drop, I'll drop it. I have to get that real thing. If I'm not on my laptop, if I'm on my laptop, I'll put it up with y'all. But if I'm not on my laptop, then y'all, I have to We're going to pause for the calls. Because this is getting good this morning. And my thing, how they going to have a podcast meeting? This is the first podcast meeting in 4 months since the podcast started. Now, that's fun. Now, that's another thing that's funny to me. How you got to look? First podcast meeting. Just continue. What else y'all talking about here on this morning? Yes, when dealing, yeah, you gotta keep your feelings out of it. And that's all Amber was trying to say as well. Like even to Lauren this morning, baby girl, you're not special. I believe Wayne in love with somebody when he actually put a ring on somebody's fingers. If he don't put a ring on their finger, they just like the rest of them. I got one. This is from Beauty4667 says, "Good afternoon, Riri in chat. I'm just catching up on the skits. I'm glad Honey Pot went off. Me too. Let me see. R.E. Mills, Frinkle your lie because you're entertaining and you bring something that is needed, even though these just a skit. Keep it pushing." Thank you, Ree Mills. I really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. Auntie Riri, Wayne would have to return from the honeymoon in order to make Beauty. She is a real one for that. You gotta know yourself. You gotta know yourself and your worth to face men with money and power like Wayne. Yep. To make me believe he actually loves someone. The only woman I feel Wayne has truly ever loved is good. The first baby, his baby mamas. He married Gina. He has known them since high school, 3 kids with each of them. Linda Smith, okay, they keep talking about the podcast. Girl, the main focus topics rap. I hope they get to that in this. Yeah, they ain't got not narrowed. We ain't heard a damn topic. Nothing but mess. Like Honey Pot said. Ain't been nothing but a pot of mess. Girl, when she said the Jesus popping on the neck, to my knee, you got Jesus popping on your neck. I said, ooh. I say that's been about the best read, and I've been watching these skits for a long time. Amber done went off on him before. Erica done went off on him before. But this the best go off I've seen. Honey Pot did that. Okay, they keep talking about this podcast. Well, okay, topics. That's what they need to figure out first. I'm back. Hey, Sabrina. Agree. I think Tamara and Amber need to walk away from the podcast, start one together. Now, that would be a boss move. That would be a boss move. if Honey Pot basically, you know what, say, you know what, you have this though 200,000. Cause really, y'all, to be honest, most of the smaller podcasts, I mean the big podcasts, they started out small. They started in somebody's basement. They started in somebody's room. And I think about myself, and I know God go elevate me one day. I know in my spirit that one day it'll be different, and one day it's gonna be on a bigger platform. But on the cool, I be in my room most of the time. Her ain't done none of that. But I feel like I love my YouTube family. And sometimes you just have to work with what you got and work your way up. Same thing with people like O'Neal, Von Voice Views, Deontay. When I started watching Deontay last August, he had 2,000 and something subscribers. Last August, when I was following Deontay Reviews, he had 2,000 and something followers. I think he had started pushing himself into the country rain realm. I might have to interview him to give his story again. And now he has over 15,000 subscribers, and he does it full time, and a full time minister. So it's not where you started. So she could very well take this idea, get some microphones. She got money from him. Get some microphones and start something at Dave's house or at Amber New House or wherever. They could very well do that. Amber got an office that she don't know about yet in the same building. They could start their own podcast and be the competition and let them have that mess. That absolutely is a good idea. And that would be karma. Shonda definitely needed to say that because Wayne don't take nothing serious. He just like Anthony. He lead with his money. He not just like Anthony. Lead with his money and expect people to bow down to him. Now Anthony and Wayne are two different breeds. They two different breeds, y'all. I'm sorry. To me, Wayne is more like Dave, except Dave don't lead with his money. But their mannerisms and what they in it for, two different things. Anthony does want a wife and a fairy tale. Anthony don't want no in and out. I don't even think Dave really seriously want the fairy tale, honestly. Because every woman in his life act like they was the one and not the two. So why you didn't marry none of them women? I'm just saying. This is the best read Wayne ever got. I believe that too. When she said, and then you got that Jesus pop, it almost seemed real. I mean, there ain't nothing going on in real life, did they? Hey, man, because she sure looked like she didn't look like she was acting. I ain't never seen Honey Pot that hot. Or she took it back to when she was with somebody like Wayne. I'm just saying. Remember when him and Amber Snake Mike, she and Shayla were on the same energy? Yep. Tamara should stay on the podcast, do a few episodes, take the money, and start a podcast. Yep. Hey, artist, there go my girl. Half of my favorite couple. EP93, Honey Pot was right. Wayne has daughters. Yep. Low-key disgusting how he treats women. Yep. TTG Mon, hello everyone. I was thinking the same thing. Amber and Tamara would be great together. Leave Shayla, Delisa, and Lauren in the dust. Yep. Artist Sims, this podcast meeting is direct reflection of Wayne's messy life. Ooh, that's good. Y'all, artist, the last comment I'm reading, she says, the podcast meeting is a direct reflection of Wayne's messy life. Yep. I think he's trying to teach lessons through this, but yeah. And he still didn't take up feeling serious. I hate when he go back and say, looking at the, awards, I got this by myself. I got this by myself. I would have liked to hear, and I'm sure he does a lot, but, God got you that. Yeah, Honey Pot did that. I got to go back and read again. Everything, most of the skits now, within the last month, I see twice anyway because I go back and show my mama. Yes, Wayne can come across very arrogant. And even though she just poured her little heart out, he gave no regard to it. Y'all, if I could please click the like button. Click the like button for me, please. Or press 100 or heart if you just heard Tamara read Wayne, amen, like he needed to be read. Now, Wayne can't teach somebody something. He can teach them what not to do. For real. Sometimes people with the worst life experiences, a crackhead can tell you what not to do to get on crack. A side piece can tell the wife, this is what your husband missing. I know it sounds strange and it sounds crazy, but you can learn a lot through somebody else's downfall or something that somebody else went through. You can. Lauren, he will change you in 2 minutes. Baby, Lauren finna be, she might not make it through the podcast meeting. I knew Tamara was going to stand up after food. I think Tamara should have came because she's still in her feelings. This is going to be something that her and Wayne is going to go through every chance. Yep. The Rain Beavers. And this is something that is going to be happening every time Tamara and Wayne, everybody get together. No, it's not. Because I'm telling you, when Jarvis get there, Tamara don't even like Jarvis like that. But she's going to use Jarvis as a tool. And Jarvis going to know what she's doing. But it's about to get interesting. Jarvis petty out. I hope they get Wayne. If you hear me out there, please sign a contract or something with Jarvis now, so they don't end up being somebody just come and go. I'm tired of these people who just come and go. You get attached to them and then they go on the next episode. You don't see them no more. Wayne ain't gonna do nothing but pull Tamara to the side and say, "See, that's what I like about you. That's it. That's it. He finna love bomber. We need Dan to come on." But we know Tamara's just enough feelings now and could have been, and I could have been another girl. It still would have been the same thing. Honeypot is going to go off on Lauren next. She's at her breaking point with these podcasts, Trap a Lot. And I think she gonna go in. I can't see that. If she go in on Lauren and Shayla get in it, that's how it's gonna come out, I think. Yeah, Wayne cold-hearted. Jarvis rebound, but I'm talking about Jarvis is just as petty as Wayne. So that's gonna be funny. She gonna do it to get back, cause if Jarvis catch on to the petty that she doing, then he go get it. He go get in on the pettiness. Or if he even hear that Honeypot got her heart broke by Wayne, he's really gonna entertain it. He's a jokester. He's a prankster. He's petty. So that's gonna be fun. Plus he told and sexy don't hurt. I'm just saying. She was kind of right. One of his ex beat up with his towel while he married. The new girl is there. Tamara, his ex, Delisha, whom he was interested in. Jarvis is a big time content creator. He is rich. Yeah, I done looked at all their pages. A wise person learns from others' experience. Amen. King is rich, big time. Yeah, yeah, you know I done my research on him. I'm trying to get him for meetings in the ladies' room. But anyway, y'all done heard that from me. Let me stop talking about it. Might, put that in the atmosphere. She needs to get that out of her system. Yep. It's crazy Wayne didn't want Amber until she got someone bigger and better than him. Yep. Wayne teaching them to put God first, not a man nor accept no money. Yep, I believe that. That's why he was so in his word. Like, some people do things in a twisted way. I truly believe that sometimes God put the worst out of us, or the worst circumstance that we could go through may be that thing that is a part of your ministry. It's crazy. It don't make sense to a lot of people, but I get it. You guys, we have 40 people watching, 23 likes. Make sure you click the like button. Make sure you click the like button. I'm glad she let him know Jesus is not popping. Ooh, she went hard with that one. Wayne mad because Tamara didn't make him a meal and nagging. I want Tamara to come up and pop out bigger and better. Yes. And see, but when you say that about Amber, people get mad. When I say I want Amber to level up and come out bigger and better without a man, people get mad. And that's all I want for the Amber character. And she did that without calling him a mutt, without calling him names. She read him. That's a read. To me, that's a big woman read. Not you a mutt, you scum, God, this, that, and the third. Her reference to Jesus popping, it fit. Nancy, you don't want the women to level up. You want Amber with Dave. Amber being with Dave is not a level up, y'all. I'm sorry. That's not a level up to me. Amber's level up is being by herself, getting her businesses up, getting her grind on without Anthony, Dave, Wayne, nobody. That's Amber's level up. Not pouring herself into another Negro. Not letting another Negro, not asking a Negro, what was it about Melissa? What was it about her? Do you like my hair? Do you like the way I look? No. Level up. You can move on with a man, but is that really moving on when you still hurting over another man? You got to be by yourself. And I'm sorry, y'all. I truly believe it. Even if every now and then, you have to come out to retirement, amen. I'm just speaking for myself. But at some point, you got to be by yourself. If you can't be by yourself, you're not gonna be good with nobody else. You got to know who you are. She definitely read him when she said bringing up his daughters. Yes, yes, yes. If I were a man with daughters, I would be scared to do some of the stuff that Wayne do, because I too, I would be scared that what if my daughters meet a man like me? I would be scared. I would be petrified. I got a boy child, and I don't be wanting my boy child to go through certain stuff. I think Wayne got a soul. It's just everybody is different. Everybody different. Yes, thank you, Charlene. This is just us kid. This is just us kid. Wayne better pray that his daughters don't meet a man like him. Yep. Now, the flip side of that, his daughters are definitely gonna know game. Say that again. His daughters are definitely going to know game. They definitely gonna know game. Because their daddy gonna make sure they know about the game. Now T just presented him with some more questions. They just must find. Hey, Willie Walker. Now T just presented him with some more questions. They must find strength and security and self-esteem. Yep. Like, that's so true. If you don't love yourself as a woman, if you don't love yourself, ain't nobody else gonna love you. And I put that on Mary had a little lamp. If you don't love yourself, ain't nobody else going to love you. Sorry. It ain't gonna happen. It will never happen. It will never happen. Auntie Riri, I have a question. If Amber had met Dave, no, I don't think she would have. She could have been tired of him, or if she thought he was cheating, or if she found out for sure he was cheating. Because remember, it wasn't just Dave. Dave was the deciding factor. I put it like that. I believe Dave was the deciding factor, But it wasn't just Dave that made Amber flip. Y'all, it wasn't. She had smelled that perfume on him, and she thought he had been out. She smelled the perfume. She thought he was out cheating, and all of that. Yeah, Lauren go crash out next. Let me ask the chat this question. What's the hypothetical question? Question. Amber had never in there. Oh, no, I don't think she may have eventually, but the real reason, the real reason, I have to say, it was it was definitely because of get my thoughts out. Golly, can I get my words out today? It was definitely because of Dave. He was the deciding factor, but I think she still was, on the fence about it. I put it like that. Why is these? There it go. Yeah, these headphones and stuff get on my nerve. All right, y'all. I'm got to go and run a few errands. And after I run my few errands, I will be back. Or I might be back in the car too. But yeah, I will talk to y'all later. It's definitely finna get interesting. Heaps see few know. We gonna watch Will and Pray. Oh, I gotta read George. That's another part of my favorite couple. The game cannot be taught all day. The best experience is the best teacher. Yes. She can be mighty mean sometimes, but the lesson will be taught. Amen. That was a word. Amber had the problem of worrying about others thought about her. Yep. Hypothetically, that would happen if Anthony and Denisha gets married. They would have a baby also, adopted Big Cat as her own. Ain't about the worst karma for Amber and Shayla. Yep. He could never forgive her for sleeping with Wayne. Yep. Anthony hate Amber. He don't hate Amber. Now, Nancy, I told you we ain't gonna use that word hate in over here. He don't hate Amber. He ain't never wanted Shayla. Delicia perfume didn't help matters. Exactly. I'm driving now, so just listen. Okay, Willie. Trust the process was for Shayla. Amber smelled the perfume and saw the $5,000 missing. Yep. And then Dave didn't hurt it. All right, y'all. I'm finna log out for a few minutes. I'll be back later. Thank y'all so much for joining the live. We finna keep watching as well as praying.